Hello guys, and welcome to another Red Life Studio episode. Please subscribe and give me a like, and share my videos if you're enjoying them. Also, feel free to leave me a comment below. Now let's begin with today's stories.
Caught wife cheating, not sure where to go from here. So last night I grabbed my wife's phone cause I needed to use the flashlight, as my phone was on the charger. I've always trusted my wife up to this point, so it's not like I snooped through her phone, although we know each other's passwords and I've never thought twice about my wife going into my phone. I don't know what compelled me to look, but I opened up her FB Messenger app, and found messages she had been sending with some guy she knew from her hometown, before we met. I saw a bunch of hearts and heart eye emojis, and when I looked through the messages my heart broke. She was sending him messages about all the ways she wanted him to fuck her, and how bad she wanted it and how much he turned her on. She also sent him pictures, some of them including our 11-month-old daughter. I went to confront her about it, and she basically broke down and said she was depressed since having the baby, and that this was just a fantasy for her. I read through all the messages, and she mentioned about meeting in our city. I work out of town quite a bit, but says that nothing ever came of it, and she broke it off with him in December. She doesn't have all the messages, but contextually I could tell there were messages on both ends of the conversation I had read. She told me that after she told him she didn't want to do it anymore, he reached out through Instagram, and she told him it was over. I'm having a hard time with where to go from here. Part of me just wants to pack my shit and leave, but the thought of my child being raised with divorced parents tears me up inside, and deep down I still love my wife. I just don't know how we're ever going to get back to a place where I trust her. When I used to look at her, all I saw was the amazing 10 years we'd spent together, and our future together, and now when I see her all I can picture is her getting herself off to pics from some other guy. She keeps telling me how sorry she is, and how much she cares about me, but she's a liar, and a cheater, so how do I ever believe her again? Is this it? Is this how the relationship with the love of my life, and the mother of my child ends? Is it worth trying to repair this? Am I ever going to be able to trust her again? I also don't know who to talk to about this. I found out last night, and I didn't sleep a wink, and I think part of it is that I haven't had anyone to talk to about this. My heart and my head are so torn. My heart still loves her, and wants to try to give her another shot, but my head is trying to protect my heart and get the hell out of here. Every relationship I've ever been in, I've been cheated on. Is there something wrong with me? Am I doing something I don't realize that makes my partner seek out someone else? Is it just dumb luck? Why don't I deserve someone who's as faithful as me? My head is absolutely swimming right now. I keep having these waves of emotion come over me that are causing me to have emotional breakdowns. I feel like I need to talk to someone, but I don't want to talk to any of my friends or family in case we decide to keep trying. So I guess I'm just asking for advice, and maybe a little support? Next story. I am 25 caught my wife F25 cheating. Need a bit of help processing this and figuring out what I should do. So a little backstory. I have known my wife since we were about 13, never really close, but got close by coincidence. We started dating when we were 16. We got married at 21. We have now 2 kids together, our son 5 and our daughter 3. I'm the sole income earner and make rather good money for what I do. Enough to live comfortably and support my family, plus save and take holidays. Towards the end of last year, I was going through a lot of personal issues and I was laid off work for about a month due to some worksite issues. So I spent some time off work looking for another job, relaxed a bit, caught up with friends and drank, not over the top drinking, and would only drink at night, have a few when the kids were asleep. We had arguments about it all. I had secured the job I currently have around late November. Due to my work schedule, I would have to be up super early on New Year's Day, so we went to her parents' house to see the fireworks. My kids ended up falling asleep there, so she decided to stay the night and was going to be coming back the next day. I wasn't able to stay due to work, so left around 12:30. She did not come home for 3 more days, and I started to get the feeling something was off. A couple weeks went by, and one night when I had gotten home late from work, everyone was asleep. As I would go in to give my kids a kiss and say goodnight, I was walking back to the kitchen when her phone lit up. I checked her phone and noticed an unusual notification, so I proceeded to look into it more. She has made a new account on her socials with a fake name and was talking to another guy. I went further down through the messages and saw throughout December she was talking to him also. Not just your average friendly conversation, but calling him babe, saying how badly she wanted to be with him, how she loved him, but referred to me as her ex, and I was livid. I even saw that on New Year's Day she had messaged him right after I left saying Happy New Year's babe, I love you so much. According to their messages, they had arguments about jealousy and had split up. Sorry for not adding this in earlier, he is a random guy who lives in another country. I had confronted her about it, and then the years started, and saying she was sorry and all the typical bullshit you would expect. Stupid me forgave her, but the trust was broken. But at the end of the day, I loved her. I have had girlfriends before her, but I have never loved anyone else. I mean, I literally grew up with her, got married, started a family, and everything, so OFC I forgave her. Fast forward till February. The feeling was back, so I started doing some snooping and found out she was talking to another guy on Snapchat. Saying she was single, she doesn't have kids, she's 21, the guy's 20, and lives on the other side of our country, again a stranger, and all of that. I thought wasn't so bad and left it till the next day. That's when I saw the other chats she had with him. Talking about how badly they wanted to be together and how they wanted to be intimate. Don't want to go into detail, but the messages were very detailed. Even sending him photos in her lingerie. I confronted her about it again, where she swore she would stop speaking to him and ended block him on everything. As I was going away for work the next day for a few days, I could get into it that much. The next day I had asked her if she has blocked him. After ending it, she swore to me she did. I get home and well, I'm talking with her, telling her how much it's pissed me off and how all my trust for her is gone because she betrayed me again. He messages her again. I was fuming. I told her I wanted a divorce and that I was done with her and that I can't be with someone who constantly lies. She didn't seem so fussed about it, but didn't want me to leave for the kids. I then messaged him and she found out and started crying because he was angry at her for lying to him. She didn't cry over my head husband and the father of her 2 kids, and that was it for me. I packed up my shit and left. She told me that she loves me, but she isn't in love with me. We have 2 kids together, and as stupid as it sounds, I'm still in love with her. I came back home after a month because I felt bad for my kids. But still to this day she's messaging him telling me she isn't sending him photos and all of that, but there's no trust left. I don't know what we even are anymore. Technically we are still married, but how can I be with someone like that? I still love her, but I can't be with someone like that. But I don't want to see my kids hurt over something their mother has done. Any suggestions, please let me know, as I'm feeling rather trapped and it's fucking with me mentally and emotionally. How can someone say they love you but be okay with you being sad and hurt to talk to another guy they haven't even met before? Thank you for watching.